Hi, and welcome back to the Slim Pickens channel. Matt Johns here. Today we're going to be cleaning up the old blue. That's what I dubbed it now. The old blue beat up here. We're going to go ahead and clean it up, get the grime off of it, the dust off of it, and get the oxidation and the haze off of the frets. Clean them up, make them shine. Before I get started, I want to put a disclaimer out there. This is not necessarily how the professionals would do it. This is not necessarily telling you this is how you have to do it or what to do to keep your guitar. This is how I would approach it. This is how I would do it, the way I like it. I use basic household cleaners, pretty much. You know, sometimes it's Windex, sometimes it's a generic, totally awesome orange spray thing. You know, it's table spray or whatever. I use some bathroom cleaners, just not toilet bowl cleaner. I never use that. Just the tub scrubbing bubbles. Mainly, I'll show you here in a second. Those of you who are new to the channel, who are regulars to the channel, know what I'm talking about. There's a variety of stuff I use. I'll bring you in and show you real quick and get started here. There's a lot to work on here. I need to get this thing buffed out, buffed in, bring it back to life. I need to get some sanding into these nuts a little bit right here. Because, yeah, it needs some work. Come on, let's get busy. This is the stuff I'm working with today. This here I use on my frets, my fret wires, and it really is really good at getting the oxidation out, removing the oxidation off the frets and the hazy corrosion look to it. That's good for that. The sprayway, we're no stranger to sprayway here on this channel. I use it actually on the fretboard itself. It's a good little lifter. The bubbles kind of gets in there and starts lifting the oil and the dust and the dirt and the nastiness that your hands put in to the wood as you're playing it. So, and over time it just gets nasty and grimy. So it's good to put that on there. So after that, you do that though, it really will dry out the wood because it's lifted all the oil and all the stuff, all the moisture off the wood. That's what I'm going to apply this here. Now, I used that before. It's a nice little lubricant to put on the, on the wood to kind of oil it up a little bit and keep it young and fresh feeling, I guess. Yeah, sure. A couple baby wipes, for a wipe, for, little wipe down to begin with. I got a couple of them, so I can use them. They're good and damp. You ain't gonna worry about bringing nothing, water or anything to it. Those are already wet, ready to go. A couple of paper towels for applicators because I forgot to bring it up here. Glad the camera was still on. I had to walk a mile. So I leave this thing paused in between the segments. I had to walk a mile to try to find this guy. That's now in the dark. This stuff is actually works really well on guitars, especially with a nice clear finish, lacquered finish, epoxy finish, something like that. It really brings the shine out of it. So I'm gonna be using this primarily on the back, because I know the front's painted with acrylic paint with a little shot of clear coat on top of it. So really on the sides and the back and the neck's really where I'm gonna apply this at. And like I said, this isn't necessarily showing you what you should do to clean your guitar. It's just how I approach it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. Go ahead and do the basic wipe down first. Give it a little, I guess, a pre-dusting, if you will. Get all that out of my way. And get to this guitar and get that done. Save on you a little bit. I don't need you. Okay, I've kind of already finished up doing the pre-wipe now. I did a little bit off, I'm trying to do a little bit off camera every once in a while to kind of save time here. It's pretty basic. All I did is do a dry dusting, or not dry dusting, but I just preliminary dusting all around the guitar, and it's already starting to come out, but shining, I like that word, shining, really good. So just got to give it a good wipe down, good cleaning, especially up in here where there's a lot of dust built up in here and around that. Yeah, it's been sitting for a while, and I know the inside could be cleaned, but I'm gonna wait till a later date for that, and I'll get like a vacuum cleaner or something and just dip in there, or a Swiffer duster, get that out. So I've already kind of dusted it down. Really didn't have a whole lot come off. Maybe on that side of the rag. I don't know if you can hold up to the light. Maybe you can see better contrast. So they removed quite a bit of little grime and dust and nastiness off of that. Put it over there and use it again. So now what I want to do is I want to start working on the neck. Now normally, before I use this next product, I would tape off the frets in fear it might get on the wood, but usually the type of tape I have on hand right now, the tape will just absorb it anyway, and it won't do me no bit of good. So I'm just going to take this Tarnex here, and I should be wearing gloves, so don't do what I do if you do use this product. Really, for a lot of these chemicals I have, just get you a paper towel. You know, a little bit goes a long way. What we're going to do, just a little bit on the rag here. There you are. Let it soak in that rag a little bit. See how it's kind of just boop, boop, damp, damp. Now we're just going to apply it to the frets. All the way down it. That wood is so dry. Look at it instantly start drying. That stuff up off the fretboard is starting to dry. That wood is so dry. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, leave it on there to get it on there, and I'm going to take something abrasive. If I have it here somewhere. I do. And it's dirty, but it's alright. Now I want to put some on here after it's already soaked a little bit on those frets. And I'm going to here on the frets, I'm just going to wipe away. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Bringing them frets back to life, boy. Alright, so the reveal time she comes. You could use steel wool on them, you could use Brillo pads, SOS pads, or just these sponges here. This was like a pack of like 5 for like $1. And they've got this little scour inside to them. And I keep it here in the workshop for just such an occasion. Alright. And after I went ahead and scrubbed it down, I let it sit for another 30 seconds or so. And that same towel I used to do the preliminary dusting is the same towel I'm using it to kind of rinse it off. And we're just scratching the surface of this. Not really scratching it. We're just getting started, I mean. This thing just feels so tacky. Sticky. Alright, let's see what the Tarnex is taking off. I don't know if y'all can see that in contrast to this coloration of that towel, but that's how much stuff it removed off the frets and the fretboard so far. It's green. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but that shit was green. ASMR close-up, whatever that means. Spray that on there and let it eat for a second or two. Oh man, I love that spray-away stuff. Look at the bubbles. Just get. All right, no, get in there closer. Just get in there. Oh yeah, get your eyes on that screen. Watch that. You can actually hear the. Here's my fingers. Hello. That stuff's lifting it out of there. And if you're wondering how long you leave that on there for, you leave it on there. I leave it on there for about a good minute. Just let it go ahead and soak in there, or at least until the foam goes away and it just starts to look clear, you know. with no foam on it, that's when I start wiping it away. Alright, again, we just use the same paper towel or wipe that I had. Where did I do it? Put it over here. Just hold down it. Start wiping her down. Lord have mercy. The wet look is the best look. Now we're just going to let that kind of dry a little bit. And I'll kind of help it out in spots with the paper towel. But look at the difference, y'all. In just a matter of seconds, we clean this entire fretboard. Some Tarnex and Sprayway. Those things are just shining like brand new. Shining like brand new. I want you to look at the towel though. I don't know if this is in good contrast or not. But can you see through that towel? Most of that came off the fretboard. This is what I'm talking about. This is what collects on your fretboard after a while. That nastiness right there. It's right there. This was a white towel. This was this at one point. Okay? When you do a string change, go through your guitars and clean it, like, clean it up really good. Alright? One reason this one got neglected was because it was hung on the wall and we forgot about it. It was fixing to end up being a birdhouse until I got the gumps and try to work on it again. Try to save on her. Just to show you what I'm working here with is these scratches. Now these aren't recent. These are a while back from being dropped and scratched and slid across the floor by kids and everything. So that's where all these scratches come from. I don't know if I'll be able to get all these scratches out, but that'll be my goal. Some things you just can't help. So I'm going to try my best on the back of this. And this is where I'm going to start using the car wax. I don't know what I do with it, but it's here somewhere. I lost it again, so but I'll find it. So let me go ahead and do that and get started on this back. Now I've already did this at the beginning with the preliminary dusting, but I'm going to go ahead and go over it again and remove any kind of leftover dust on it. Even though it's scratched up, I'm going to try my best not to have any more scratches appear because of my hands. So I'll try to get all the dirt and dust off of it before I go and drop some wax on it, apply wax on it. I really want it to shine, really want to bring out the luster, if you would. In here too. You don't have fibers from this baby wipe all over it, so just keep that in mind. Just come on here and wipe it in. Really good wipe down, good buffer. The back's my favorite part when I do this. Is when it comes out. I love it. It just comes out. They come out so good. And really, that's how I know I did a good job dusting part. There's barely anything on this rag. Look at the shine on this. A mirror image already, and I haven't even applied the wax yet. That's just by regular cleaning. And I'm glad I did that because I really just removed some more stuff on the back of this. But I think I'm ready. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to get another dry piece of towel. I'm going to get this hand towel because there's less likely to leave any fibers. Usually you want to use a microfiber towel when you're applying this, or an applicator. Actually, go to your automotive section in Walmart or whatever and find you a polisher or applicator or something in the automotive section. But I'm going to use this hand towel because there's really no fibers for it to leave behind with that car wash stuff. So what I'm going to do, pretty much just going to rub this until it disappears. So what I'm going to do, it's kind of stuck, the lid is. I'm just going to come out here. You don't have to put too much. I'm just going to apply it straight to the rag and see how that does. Oh yeah, that sounds attractive. Sounds beautiful. Oh yeah. And we're just gonna boop, 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 boop. Saturate the whole area. This mic. Oh yeah, just rub it on. Just get it in there. Generously. Put it on the back. Put it on. Just apply it on it. Now, you get it everywhere. And I don't really wait for it to turn hazy or anything. I just go ahead and fold my rag in a dry spot and just start applying it to it. Put a lot on that rag too. Might take a little while, but we get there. I'm just gonna start buffing it out. If you don't succeed with that one, just get you a regular paper towel. I'm not succeeding with that one, so I'm gonna try another way and just start across. It did absolutely nothing for them scratches. But it did bring out a nice good finish, smooth finish on the back. I mean, that's like ice skating right there. It's so smooth. I'm sure it doesn't look too bad for it to be a 10-year-old beat up guitar. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And for the sides, you probably don't need to apply any more to the rag because this is pretty well saturated with the car polish. So just kind of just apply it on some more to the sides. That with your paper towel. Rub it in there. And I didn't see any instructions on that saying I had to let it sit and haze up like you would on a card. And this says just keep on buffing until it clears up. So that's what I do. I just put the instructions on my bottle say. And it's feeling so smooth. It's like gliding here. Surface of this guitar. That's beautiful. All right. Do the same thing to this neck. I think this might be the best angle right here. I want you to look at the finish on this now. I'll be damned if the polish, the wax doesn't do what the wax is supposed to do. That does bring the thing back, way back to life. Hello, how are you? Just nice. Now this side I had a little trouble on it because a little bit of that clear coat off spray here, but the reason why it wouldn't pop out all the way. But I did manage to get it looking really nice. Nice little sheen to it. When I do the playback of this video, I'm gonna have to look back and see what it looked like before. But so let's get to putting some Vaseline on the neck. And like I said, when you use that sprayway, it literally dries the wood out. You can see it just dried out all the oil and moisture out of that wood. So you want to make sure when you get done, you apply some sort of oil to it. I need to clean that off. I didn't clean that off. Oops, I missed a spot. There. All right, that's clean. So what I do, and this is pretty much unorthodox to do this. They have oils that you can use for your fretboards, but I just always been, never had that much money to do this kind of stuff. So it's kind of just use my imagination and just use things I have lying around the house. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Let's move on to the next thing. And this kind of works. I mean, it's petroleum, so it's oil. I'm putting dead dinosaur wax on my guitar here. Dinosaur splooge on my neck. So yeah. You just gonna dip your finger in there. You ain't getting too greedy with it. Oop, yeah. Get in there. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy. That's not even a song. Oops, copyright. I gotta be careful what I do. Even if it's covers of country songs from 50 years ago, I get copyrighted. I don't know if the copyrights of the certain songs came up, somebody else got the bid for it, and I don't know really. But I thought it has been that there's a Creative Commons license out there that says if you're singing it and it's your instrument and you're not making money on it, that it's okay. And I'm not making any money on them. Don't intend to. I just do it for fun. Because I enjoy that kind of music and those particular artists' songs. But I don't know. Alright, so we got that petroleum jelly everywhere. On them chapped lips you got there. You're just going to take the moisture on this to kind of agitate that petroleum jelly. Kind of loosen it up a little bit. You're not going to wipe it off yet. You're just going to try to agitate it a little bit, kind of work it in a little bit into the wood. Well, it won't be so thick and gooey. You're going to agitate a little bit. You're not going to remove it yet. You're just going to enough to kind of agitate it a little bit. Get it in there. And now let's take you a dry paper towel and just start working it into the wood. And just like that, guys, we got her done. She is ready for me to start setting up with some strings. Look at that fretboard. I'm really impressed with how that fretboard turned out. It's ready to play again. Now, after the video I get done, I'm going to put some clear coat back on this painting and stuff. And I will clean out the inside. I ain't done that yet. For time reasons, I'll do that myself. So much to do, I can't really just sit here and film it all day, but there's that. Now let me turn this thing around and give you the back view. Now, like I said, some scratches I couldn't really get out totally, but that Meguiar's car wax, man, it really does a great job. Just look at how shiny that turned out, and just there it is. And you're getting a bird's eye view of all my filming equipment that I use, which is just my cell phone. But look how shiny that turned out. I love, that's my favorite part, I think, of the whole cleanup job. Anyway, that's how I used any ordinary household items you might have laying around the house to clean it up and get her done. So thank y'all so much for watching, and remember to hit that bell for new video notifications. More to come from Slim Pickens. Until next time, I'll see you when I see you.